Today we're going to talk about friends. Yay! So, one of the biggest things that I've noticed and I've really enjoyed riding motorcycles is the community behind the people that you meet, you ride with. When I was younger, when I originally thought about like motorcycles and everything and sport bikes and the whole just motorcycles in general, I never really thought about how much of a community it is in like as a whole. I was always like, oh, that's a sport bike, that's cool, I like that. Oh, that's a cruiser, that looks kind of cool, I could dig it. And I always grew up wanting a bike, and when I finally got a bike, I was super stoked because it was one of those things that, like everybody, I mean, you're instantly welcomed into this community of people who share the same passion that you do, and I think it's really cool. But one thing I never expected was to generate like friendships out of it. And when you go about your daily life and stuff, work or class or, any kind of extracurricular stuff that you do, you're along the way, you're bound to develop friendships. It's not odd to do. It's not uncommon. But one of the crazy things was I never expected it to be like motorcycles. I was like, oh, cool. I'll be able to ride with people that I know that have bikes, and that'll be a lot of fun. And we can do group rides and stuff like that. That'd be cool. And when I first got into it and I started actually doing group rides, I was like, oh, this is awesome. You get to ride with, a bunch of your buddies and go ride Blood Mountain or something like that, or just go cruise around town. Like, there's so much shit you can do as a group that you would never really, you can get the same fun out of, riding by yourself, but, a group, completely, turns it, there's this whole other aspect to it, which is really neat. But what's awesome is that for me, after learning how to ride with a group and riding with all of these people that I've befriended over the years, the last year that I've rode, you get to a point where they're no longer just riding buddies, they're the people that you talk to on a daily basis, because you guys, and the only reason you talk to these people is because you literally share the same. You share one thing. It doesn't matter what they do. You could literally only share motorcycles in common, and that would be all you care about. And that's the one thing that I love about motorcycles, is that it's literally just the idea of owning a motorcycle is enough for you to automatically be stoked on another person that you're talking to or, sharing stories with or anything like that. Just today when I was at North Georgia Motorsports, when I was getting my tire done, this guy started talking to me, and we were just going back and forth about bikes, and he was asking me what I rode, and, we kind of bantered back and forth, and then that guy's I wish you guys could see that. It's straight fucking suit and fedora. It looks like it's weaved. Oh, he's got the fucking wingtips, too. Wow. I love Georgia. So we're just talking back and forth, and it was one of those things. It's you strike up a conversation about bikes just because you're, you would assume that you're in the same location because of bikes, and we were. But it's just fuck, you would never do that to just some random dude sitting on a couch reading a magazine, in a doctor's office. You're not going to be, you're obviously there for the same general reason. You need some sort of medical advice or something like that, and you're not going to be oh, hey, what are you here for? And oh yeah, that sounds terrifying. And it doesn't work that way. Most things in life aren't going to be, you sharing the same interest in something or the same reason why you're at a location. Motorcycles can literally just turn complete strangers into lasting friendships, which is really fucking awesome. But long story short, I actually invited this guy to the bike night we're going on tonight, and he was super stoked. He was like, oh, yeah, that's awesome, man. Thursday nights are, I'm free. And I was like, oh, well, Thursdays are when we do bike nights, which is fucking awesome. So, and it was literally like, it was like a 30-minute conversation, and then my tire was done and I had to get out of there. But, I mean, I talked to the guy for 30 minutes, and it felt like I knew the guy forever. And it was literally only because of motorcycles. And I just I dig that so much. It's, you know, there's not that many things in life that you can, you know, enjoy with just random people like that. And I think that comes with age too, because when I was younger, I was never like into like making friends with random ass people. I you know, I always had to be you know, school friends or something like that. It was never just some random person that I met. You know, I've talked to dozens of people while riding, you know, at gas stations and everything, and you know, you just exchange that short conversation and, you know, 10-15 minutes of just, you know, kind of fucking around, and then all of a sudden it's crazy. And I hope that for everybody who doesn't ride a motorcycle, I hope you guys get to experience that one day, because you can't, I mean, you really can't replace it. It's really fucking cool. But one of the I think the biggest things that I take home from that whole like scenario is just the people that I ride with, the people that I've made friends with, you know, out of Let's Ride of Atlanta and out of motovlogging just in general. Like, it's literally, you share one thing with all of these people, and it's like the one thing that brings everyone together, regardless of what you do, where you come from, where you live, where you work. Like, there's nothing other than how you ride, what you ride, and how you are as a person that sets you apart. Like, that's it. And it's just, it's great. We got guys that, you know, like Jeff rides the Harley, and that's all he's ever ridden, and that's all he knows in the sense of just riding with people. But at the same level, you know, the fact that I ride a sport bike, and that's pretty much all I've ever ridden, it doesn't matter. Like, there's no reason, just because there's a difference in what we ride, like, it doesn't change how we view one another as riding friends, I guess. Now that's obviously different because we've known each other for a really long time, but perfect example is Motovlogic. Motovlogic came into our group riding a Shadow 750, I think it was like a VLX or something, and he came in as a cruiser guy, and Jeff and I went to a bike night months and months and months ago. I mean, it was probably closer to like February or March, right after Jeff bought his bike, and we managed to find Let's Ride Atlanta through another guy that I met through another group. I met Brian S1K through a different group out of Gainesville, and he's like, yeah, we're doing this bike night, you know, we're going to this Tilted Kill place, and everybody meets up, and there's always a bunch of bikes, and it's always a really good time. We get food and, you know, get a beer or two, and then hang around for a little bit, and then we go home. And we're thinking about doing that every Thursday. And so we show up, and the only people that are there are Derek, our Motovlogic. There's a guy on a Triumph that he didn't stay for very long, and then there was another guy that showed up on another Triumph that was there for a while, but I can never remember his name. And we got to talking, Jeff and I got talking to Motovlogic. This is before he started actually doing any kind of recording or vlogs or anything, and we got to talking to him, and it was just one of those things. Yet again, it was just you just strike up a conversation, and he ended up being a part of Let's Ride Atlanta and talking about a bunch of different stuff, and talking about Brian, because apparently that's how he got in connection with it, was through talking with Brian. But it's just so crazy because you know, we were there for the same reason, but, you know, I came from a different discipline, and there was just mutual respect, the fact that you ride two wheels. And we've got Brian S1K, Motovlogic, we've got Mossberg, Motown Moss, I think is what he goes by, Mule on Wheels. I mean, even just in our little group, we've got 4 or 5 different little, you know, smaller time bloggers, and it's fucking awesome, because I would have never met these people. Like, I literally would have never met these people if I had never ridden a motorcycle. And thinking of it that way, it fucking sucks because these are guys that I would fucking trust my life with, and I do every time I ride with them, because when you ride in groups, everybody has to know how everybody else rides in order to ride safely. Like, and if you don't know how they ride, everybody's got to kind of play it back. But man, when we go do Blood Mountain runs, I was really bummed out. I had to miss this last one that they went on, and I can't remember why. But Motovlogic, Mark, the guy who let me borrow the R1, who's our kind of like our leader of Let's Ride Atlanta. He's the guy who kind of started the page and got everything set up for it. And there was somebody else that had gone up, and the four of them were just naked. Oh, Luke. Motovlogic was just like, dude, all four of us, we were just so locked into each other the whole ride up Blood Mountain. It was fucking awesome. I wish you had been there. And the entire time I was like, God damn it, why couldn't I have been there for that shit? Because those moments, dude, if you get a bike, or if you have a bike, like, you'll eventually, if you haven't already, you'll experience this moment where you're just riding with buddies, or you maybe even just riding by yourself, and you just get into it, and you're just like, yes, this is what riding a motorcycle is all about. Like, and you just know. You don't ever like force it. Don't like assume. You'll know. It'll hit you, I promise. But man, he was like, dude, it was one of the, everybody knew what everybody was doing the whole time. Everybody was hooked in. Everybody was riding super hard, really aggressive, and having a good time. And I was so bummed. I was like, God damn it, I want to be there. But that's the kind of stuff that, like, when you build these friendships with these people that seemingly would have just been some random person on the street walking by you, you shared those. This is not like any kind. It's gonna sound awkward, but you share those moments with those people that, like, you never want to forget. And it's just fucking downright awesome, dude. It's really hard to explain. I just really hope that all of you guys end up getting to that point. And one of the things that I really enjoy about our riding group is we ride a lot. If we don't ride every week as a group ride, we ride every other week. Like, it really is. Someone's always like, 11 p.m. at night on a Wednesday, hey guys, want to do a night ride? And then everybody's like, oh, fuck yeah. And everybody comes from all different, like, locations around Atlanta and meets somewhere and then just goes for a night cruise. And but what else do you know does that? Like nobody. The only other people I could ever think that would do that are car clubs. And that's more about showing off your car than actually riding it, driving it, whatever. But it's fucking awesome, dude. I wouldn't trade it for anything, man. I wouldn't. None of it. You eventually get to that point as you develop the relationship with all these people that you ride with, that everybody can go, like, show up to a bike night or something, or go to a cookout, or just meet somewhere and go for a ride. And literally, someone will say, oh, you remember that one time? And then everybody starts, like, just laughing and chiming in, and, oh, holy shit, you almost died, and, all that kind of stuff. And it's like, you feel like you've been with these people forever. It's fucking crazy, man. I don't know. It's nuts. Super fun. But yeah, I really hope that you guys get to experience that one day if you haven't already, because it is one of the best things in life. But yeah, so it's ride with people, talk to people, hang out with people, go to bike nights. Even if you can't find one in your area, don't be afraid to travel. Jeff and I ride probably 40-45 minutes to our bike night every Thursday night, and that's one way. And we're there for a couple hours, and then we ride back. And when we were doing it closer to March, it was super fucking cold. Like, if you don't make those kinds of sacrifices, you're you're missing out on something that you like. You can't put into words, and fucking do it. Like, there's no reason not to. Holy shit, it's so much fun. Even if you don't have any kind of mountains or anything twisty near where you live, even just going on rides to go, like, ride somewhere and go eat and then go ride afterwards. Like, even just doing that kind of stuff is super fun. We do that all the time, and like we've got our riding group. We call Atlanta on Twos, and most of the guys in the riding group have nicknamed the group Fatties on Twos because we always go out and eat. So do it, man. Yeah, just go out, fucking ride motorcycles, have fun. Like, go find people, go meet people. That's one of the biggest and best things that your motorcycle can do for you, is just connect you with all kinds of walks of life. Like, fucking, it's just too awesome. So go do it. Go ride your bike. Go outside. Fuck it. If it's night, oh well, who cares? If it's raining, put on your rain gear. Go fucking ride. Go meet people. Go hang out. You'll see what I'm talking about. You'll at one moment it hits you like, holy shit, that's what he meant. This is it. This is exactly what he was talking about. And it's worth it, man. Through the cold, through the rain, through the long ass rides where your fucking legs are killing you, it's worth it. Go do it. Life is short. Fucking go ride. You guys be safe. You guys take it easy. I'm out of here. Later.